Speedrun.
Folks,
That was pretty good. I think that was one of our better ones earlier.
that was pretty nice. We got like a nice energy going on.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not like my power went out an hour and a half into the show and now we got to re-record.
We record the entire thing. We did like almost every game.
We were almost done.
We were almost done.
Yeah.
Folks, we had injuries this week. Deshaun Watson died.
Woo! Just a clap for that. Absolutely. I got plenty of energy for that.
That's great. Everyone's happy. And
Everyone. Everyone except Myles Garrett, who we also hate now.
Yep. He's also like, hey, you know what? He didn't do a lot of bad things in the pros sometimes.
Yeah, right.
But nobody cares.
I'm really glad we still prioritized like dedicated time for this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, it's key.
Absolutely.
Information.
Yep. Then we had Brandon Ayuk is torn MCL, ACL, but he got the bag.
Yep,
he got the bag.
Right.
We said that last
week.
Yep.
That's right. How many things can we remember we said?
This is just a fun exercise in memory.
Devo Samuel got pneumonia, so hopefully he gets better.
Yeah. And we were like, did the field give him pneumonia?
Well, that was later.
What's going on? Oh, that's right. We're gonna do that later. Okay.
It was during the game. Yeah.
Yeah. Chris Godwin's ankle. The dislocated.
Yeah, he ate his ankle. It was a big problem.
It was crazy.
It's not good.
On the field, it was live on television.
It was like a whole display. They put him in a box. Like, come on.
It's amazing that they didn't cut away.
It is crazy, dude.
The things they do for ratings these days.
For real.
By the way, that was because of the onside kick being successful. I forgot I mentioned that part at the first show.
That's why. Yeah, they have that written in the rules now that one of the other players has to eat their ankle.
By the way, did you know onside kicks were a loophole in the rules?
That's true. They were an exploit.
That's the thing we said.
Yeah, we were talking about it's because the onside kick was originally an exploit found by coaches that ended up just being a feature of the game, but now they don't support it.
Yeah.
What?
You know what's funny is we're like satiring something that no one will ever hear.
Yep. The file is corrupted. It's inaccessible. No one could physically ever hear it.
Yep. It's broken.
It is lost to the void. So.
You can unless you're like 9 billion years into the future and you discover the technology to realign every fundamental particle in the entire universe and rewind that. Until that happens,
I would
will
hope
never
to
be
God
heard.
that's the first priority if that technology would
exactly.
ever become available.
That's the first thing.
That I hope we never get that technology. That'd be the worst. You
can
everyone
see anyone
shitting and jerking off.
Yeah,
exactly.
Horrible.
But it's not. But that's not attractive. People like in porn. Sure, you play it up when you're masturbating, but like at home, people are like
monster,
they're like
grunting
over.
silently
I'm almost always hunched. If I ever become aware of it, I realize I am completely curled up into
you become disconnected with reality when you're jerking off.
Yeah,
we did not talk about this in the original recording. This did not happen.
This did not happen, though. It's like it's kind of like you're watching New York Jets football.
Yep, that's right. We did a lot of those.
Yep. The Puka Nakua is apparently possibly returning within 21 days.
This is new for this.
New.
That's you didn't. Is this new news since we
new news.
did the news section? That's hilarious.
Mike Evans is hurt for a few weeks. MRI, hamstring, not good.
Yep.
Buccaneers receivers are dead. We also have new news.
New news.
The Cleveland Browns have signed Bailey Zappi.
Whoa!
Oh no!
It's Zappy hour.
It's Zappy season, dude.
I mean,
it's Zappy hour, like happy hour. Come on.
That's good.
That is good. I think some other players got hurt. I can't find anything again. Marquez Valdez-Scantling to the Saints.
Oh, yep, right.
That's right.
And then Tua is going to be coming back, and he was like, I love football to the death of me. And then we were like, don't say that.
Please don't die, Tua.
You won't wear the cap.
He thinks it's nerdy.
Yeah, he doesn't want to wear the plastic cap.
We had a conversation about NFL players. This is all they've done their whole lives. And then you retire.
It was a
were
great
axing for
conversation.
Fed,
Definitely
yeah.
listen to that other version of the show. To listen to on that, 'cause that was really,
Oh man, you guys are really missing out. We
Got
actually
into it.
also played the best song ever made.
we're just gonna have
Yeah.
to tribute it.
We
now.
just jammed it out. Yeah,
It was really
but
good.
it's gone. You know what can you do?
And some other players got hurt as well. What do you probably know? I mean, if you're on the internet.
Can't you just say that about any news we cover? You probably already figured this out.
This is a great point of having a podcast. Yeah,
You probably know.
Hey, you know all this shit anyway. I don't know why you're listening. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay.
Get there.
Cooper, with the one you forgot, Cooper Kupp is on the trade block. He's being
Trade
shopped
block,
by the
yeah,
Rams.
yeah.
Yeah, he's being shopped around.
As is Alvin Kamara, right?
Potentially,
No,
maybe. But not.
We're trying to start that rumor actively right now.
Oh, right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Jaden Daniels. His mom said he's okay.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
did,
So
yep.
hopefully
Thanks,
he gets to play
Jaden
against the
Daniels'
Bears.
mom.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, his mom.
For the third consecutive week, we say thanks, Jane Daniels' mom.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
That's
right.
Perfect. And then Jerry Jones said they couldn't afford Derrick Henry and he wouldn't fit the offense or something. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
It'd be
Oh,
too
And
good
like you
on the
wouldn't do
Cowboys.
nearly as well with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
It's
suck.
hilarious.
Hey, you can't fire us from our job, Jerry Jones. You're an idiot.
And by the way, that statement does kind of seem like Jerry Jones is indicating like, hey, Mike McCarthy's done after this year.
Yeah.
Like that's what it
Jones,
kind of sounds like.
Jerry Jones, if you want to fire me, you got to pay me $1 million. Okay, I will
You
stop
gotta
saying
make
bad
it
things
right.
about you. If you pay me $1 million, I will quit the podcast.
Oh, hey,
Jerry Jones.
I missed this one. Jerry Jones offers no apology from last week and said the station has the privilege of getting him, Mike McCarthy, and Stephen Jones on. What a privilege.
That is a privilege.
That is a privilege.
Well, you know, this is how modern journalism actually works, right? It's the whole access thing, and Jerry Jones is just being on the nose about it, where he's like, "Yeah, if you don't give us fluff pieces, we won't give you access." And
Yep.
that's why sports journalism is as it is, and this is why we have our 24/7 news networks too.
And that's
Yep.
why you got to support us on Patreon to bring you the
Yeah,
real
true.
news, the real
That's right.
stories.
The
That's
real
right.
news. Patreon.
Oh, speaking of which, that tangentially related maybe, but we did forget to bring up again, like whether any of us would put our foot in a meat grinder
That's
for
right.
$200 million.
I said I would put my foot in a meat grinder for $200 million.
Yeah,
And
I did
argue
agree with that.
I don't think that I would do that because meat grinders are very painful.
Just the foot. Just the foot. Like,
Vote now.
But I
it
mean-
Sounds
wouldn't
pretty
suck the
terrible.
rest of you in. Once it got your foot, it would be done with you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Spit you out, Hawk Tua.
I'd put it in the Shark Tank because it might not even get eaten, right?
Yeah,
That's
we
what I
drew
said.
that line.
Yeah, we drew that
Mhm,
line.
mhm. I was
Um,
commenting on the crises of living under capitalism and having us decide on under what?
What? You? Really?
Yeah.
Of all people.
My Robert.
Who would have thought?
Unbelievable. Then we had football games.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Broncos and the Saints was not a
Due to-
football game.
Due to
That
the
didn't happen.
speedrun nature of this broadcast, we will not talk about the games that sucked shit that much.
Oh, I'll summarize them real quick. Broncos, Saints. Bo Nix can't hit open receivers. He throws it in between them. The Saints are banged up to all shit, and this game was
Yeah.
terrible. Patriots,
And Alvin Kamara's getting
Jaguars,
traded.
of course. Drake May looked pretty good. His receiver threw up or something, and he was on my fantasy team. That was great. Jaguars are beating up bad teams. Tank Bigsby's great. He's got a cool name. He ran for a lot.
Brian Thomas Jr. is also
Just
good.
do all. Honestly, keep going. Do all the
No,
bad
you know
ones.
what, though?
Bills,
'Cause, like,
Titans
I almost
next.
forgot.
But the thing is, though, like the people listening, they don't
Care
didn't-
about Patriots, Jaguars, or Broncos.
Well, that's
Saints.
probably a fair point, unless we're shitting on them some
Yeah.
more. You know.
Then I
which-
brought up how I watched Brett Favre, Peyton Manning, Doug Peterson was in that game. He came in, he threw a pick. It was
We
funny.
did talk
Right.
about a Packers game that didn't happen for like
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Brett
yeah.
Favre threw a rocket ball, and then his receivers get broken fingers because he threw the ball so hard. They're like, "Stop doing that!" And he's like,
Yep.
"I'm gonna screw over people for money and send dick pics." That was weird.
Yep.
And then
That's
Peyton
the path
Manning,
of a Green Bay QB. you
yeah.
know?
Right.
And then Peyton Manning, he danced around. He hit Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne, and they'd actually catch the ball, and he was not shitty. And then the Patriots would battle them. And then we talked about how all our teams won Super Bowls except Rob, who hasn't seen one in like 80 years.
Oh,
Yep,
we did
that's right,
have
that's right.
who is the most cursed conversation as well,
yeah.
which was very
Yeah.
interesting.
I was arguing in favor of the Cardinals.
Yeah,
but then
And
the rest of us said Vikings.
Yeah.
yeah, they are pretty cursed. But
Yeah.
I mean, again, like, you know, the Vikings are historically one of the winningest teams. I think, aren't they the winningest team?
They're up there. They're
That
the
would surprise
winningest
me.
without winning.
Winningest teams.
I mean, that does pretty naturally lead us into a game that is actually worth
That's
talking
true.
about.
The
again,
Lions-Vikings
Vikings.
played each other, and it was a good game.
Mhm.
Jared Goff balling out, MVP tier.
Both of these teams very, very good, and also happen to be in the same division, a division that actually does have a fighting chance of sending all 4 participants to the playoffs, although there's obviously one that's going to be a little bit more difficult than the other 3.
Yep.
And also, Vikings have the 8th highest career win percentage out of all teams.
That's
there
pretty
it
good.
is.
Yeah, it's way up there.
It is, except for the Super Bowl trophy room where there's nothing.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, right? If you look at the other teams, you've got the Cowboys, Packers, and Ravens at the top, which are, you know, historically winning teams. Then you have the Bears actually at 5-6, which is hilarious.
Yep. Jets of the
and
NFC.
then the Patriots, which, you know, obvious. The Dolphins never won the Super Bowl, but they had the whole Marino era.
Right.
And then the Chiefs. So like all the other teams except for the Bears are very winning.
Yeah.
Are winning championships.
The Bears
and
did
stuff.
at least win one.
Yeah, true.
This Vikings team, though, I mean, obviously having lost this game, are no longer perfect, but remain one of the better teams in the NFC, if not the entire league right now. Fucking Justin Jefferson still doing Justin Jefferson stuff.
And it's
Talked
Darnold
about,
season.
Yeah, it remains Darnold season. The fact that Darnold is doing such a good job of taking advantage of the weapons that he has in that offense, which has been very fun to watch.
Yeah.
But Jared Goff also worthy of a lot of praise here. We talked about him being absolutely in the MVP conversation this year, which is crazy and good for him.
Yep.
This Lions offense is very fun to watch. I like this team.
Yep. Jameer Gibbs, 116, 2 TDs. I didn't mention.
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't mention that Jameer Gibbs Montgomery said they want to be called Sonic and Knuckles.
Oh, that rules. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that.
Yep. So that's pretty fun. Amon-Ra St. Brown's good. I mean, it was just a good game. And then the Lions kicked a field goal at the end and won. Although they did fumble it, which gave the Vikings the lead late. So it was a bit of a weird end of the game. But
It felt like the Lions were the better team more than it felt like a field goal ending, you know, kind of game.
Yeah. But if these two teams played again, I would expect it to be just as close.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think honestly, it's still kind of a toss up either way.
Really. Oh yeah, I don't know which of these teams is better right now. I have no idea.
Yeah. So NFC North, crazy.
Yeah.
Then we had Bills Titans. Titans stinky bad, real bad.
Yeah,
stinky,
really
stinky.
Yeah.
We dunked on Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, Apollo was accusing him of racism.
No. You do not get to. This is a sacred ground. You do not get to make up shit that I said. Okay.
I mean, you were saying.
I said he looks like the kind of guy that could say a racial slur. That's all I'm saying.
I wanted to give us a moment to not tread that water again, and then he just fucking dove right in.
I am just saying it's a visual thing, not a personality thing.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
he's also the kind of guy.
Just fucking right off the high dive.
Wait, Mason Rudolph is the only NFL player that listens to this podcast. What if that's?
Oh yeah, and then Rob said he knew a guy that looked like Mason Rudolph growing up.
That's true.
And then I asked if he said any racist things, but he didn't.
He did not. He
There
was
we
not
go.
A,
I think
not
that's
a racist.
As far as you know.
That's a fair point. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Behind closed doors.
But Josh Allen's good. Amari Cooper's there now. He's good. The Bills are
Josh
probably
Allen's
win.
still yet to throw a pick this year.
Yeah, we mentioned that,
Oh,
which
yeah.
I didn't even realize, and that is wild, actually.
7 games in, that's pretty impressive.
That is wild.
Especially for how he plays, and especially for what happened last year with him. You know, we didn't mention this, but last year he was tied for the most picks, right?
Yeah.
He had
way up there.
18, I want to say, last season, which is a lot.
So I mean, he's really seemed to have turned that idea, that whole thing around for this season. So good for him.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. And the Bills probably winning the division this rate.
Yep. Oh, and I also lamented the fact that Josh Allen and Sam Darnold came in together. and it looked like they were going to have a fun rivalry
Yep.
for 20 years. And
yes.
Josh Rosen also there.
That's right.
And Lamar Jackson later that same
Baker
draft.
Mayfield, the #1 pick.
Yeah. Also Titans 4th in Tankathon. Mentioned that as well.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, it's fun to be able to start considering that now because we've got a pretty clear indication of who's going to be at the bottom of the barrel already.
Yep.
They're bad. Then we had Dolphins Colts.
Also bad.
Also bad, but Tua might be back. I think he actually will be back. Also, Colts didn't have Jonathan Taylor. Also, Anthony Richardson's inaccurate short midfield, but he can hit some deep balls. He also is good at running.
We were talking about his potential sophomore slump here, which it seems like is what's happening.
Yeah,
you know?
I was really pleased with my own phrasing, so I'm going to say it again. I feel like he's the player that is doing the least with the most potential.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
He does seem very good. Hopefully they turn it around. I mean, the Colts don't seem like a well-run organization right now. So
no, but they are 4-3 still, which
true.
Who knows at this point what they're doing.
I mean, that division is still kind of up for grabs right now. I mean, the Texans are probably going to win it, but
they should win it. Yes.
Yeah.
They're like.
Then we had Seahawks Falcons. Falcons shit themselves. I don't know why.
And
Geno
we re-announced
season.
the continuance of Geno season as it is written, so it shall be.
I will make my apology again. I am sorry, Mr. Smith, for having doubted you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. DK Metcalf. Oh, that was an injury. DK Metcalf sprained MCL. That's what we missed.
Yeah, he's fine though.
He's fine.
He'll be back next week.
Yep.
Wait.
What?
Sorry, you don't actually have to wait for what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on.
Michael Penix.
Are we holding on or
You
not?
you
don't
very
have to.
contradictory, man.
But you keep doing it, so I'm just gonna let you. Yeah, I just realized something that I never. Geno Smith, Mr. Smith, goes to Washington. It's the whole. You guys know that movie, right?
I do know that movie actually.
That's all. How have we never made that joke?
I don't know. Unlike Sir Francis Drake, I actually do know this one.
Did you guys ever look? Did you look up Sir Francis Drake?
No,
I did. Yeah, no, I found out he's the second highest earning pirate in history according to Forbes.
Yeah.
And Blackbeard's real.
Yeah, we learned that Blackbeard was a real guy.
Well, and there was Sir Francis Drake had the famous battle with the Spanish Armada, where I
zoned out. Did we go to last week's show suddenly?
Hey, you guys brought up Francis Drake again.
We've subscribed to weekly Francis Drake fact. That's part of the show now.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a few cool pirates on that list as well that I never heard of.
Well, that's what you got back to.
Subscribe for more cool pirate facts.
Three guys in the bear parentheses and cool pirate facts.
Thomas 2, I believe. Thomas 2 earned 103 million, dude. He's banking.
That's pretty hardcore. Yeah,
he's dead. But
now is that modern money or is that back then he made 100?
That's 2008 money.
Okay. So that's like 250 mil now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. That is wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of those pirates they only sailed for like 2 years usually. Like
that's bank, dude. Goddamn.
Yeah.
I should be a pirate.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Metcalf's fine. He's got an MCL sprain. He's gonna be back.
And the Falcons are just dumb.
Yeah. This team's so confusing, dude.
We weren't saying it, but we were kind of calling them fraudulent.
Yeah. Actually, Apollo in particular was calling them fraudulent. So yeah, I think that's all of us in agreement now about that.
Mm-hmm.
I still think they'll win the division though.
Yeah, maybe.
But maybe not.
I don't know who is even supposed to win that division anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That division sucks.
I mean, honestly the Bucks.
Yeah, but they don't have receivers.
They can't even do it now.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Baker Mayfield, he's
windows wide open for
juice.
the Panthers, brother. I think
That's
it's
true.
their time to shine.
Yeah, they're gonna make a comeback.
Really what we learned is we don't know how to predict either of these football teams.
Oh, big time. Yeah,
Pretty much,
I have no idea where to go for them pick'ems wise this week.
Mm-hmm.
Packers Texans, I'll keep it shorter than I did from my soapbox, right? Packer offense really good, except for Jordan Love throwing those picks. One was actually a good defensive play. One was a yeehaw, chuck it down field ball, and I don't know what he's doing. He also had 3 insane touchdowns. He also led the fourth quarter comeback where our actual football kicker kicked the game-winning field goal, even though the snap was terrible, and our punter, who's amazing, who had some insane punts today, held it, and we got it. Other special teams, Keyshawn Nixon should have fair caught it. He didn't. Muff punt. Texans get a touchdown easy. That was terrible. Packers should have won like 35-13. CJ Stroud absolutely shut down.
Worst game of his career.
Yeah,
Worst
really.
game. Joe Barry sucks. New defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley, actually insane. The complete opposite. He actually schemes up defensive things. Who would have guessed that good coaching is good? And Joe Mixon had a good day. Our run defense was really the only bad thing this game, but everything else was clicking. Packers defense fun to watch. Packers offense pretty fun to watch. Special teams probably going to cost us in the playoffs again, and it's great. I'm having a blast. I forgot. These are players you probably never heard of that are really good. The Evan Williams, safety.
Who the hell's that?
That's right. He's our rookie safety. He's really good. Top
We did a whole
5.
bit here. There was a whole
Yeah,
bit.
I'm trying my best to
No,
recycle.
it's lost. It's lost. We can't, we tried.
Carl Brooks, highest number.
Hey,
Oh!
Carl Brooks. Who the fuck is Carl Brooks? I mean, serious. That's basically it. It was just us yelling.
We can really
Honestly.
fine tune these now. We have a great.
Yeah, that was better than last time.
Yeah, I mean, he's
really
see
good.
where it was going.
We have
Yeah.
we really have a lot of good defensive players and good scheming. It's fun. I think the Packers are probably one of the best teams in the NFC, which in the NFC North means you're in third place.
Yeah.
This is also the Bengals watching their ex-girlfriend thriving with another partner.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Raiders. Josh Jacobs caught a touchdown. First time in his entire career. Fred mentioned that.
Yeah, right. That's right. Yeah.
Yep. And he's glad to not be a Raider right now. I
Yeah.
guarantee it.
Imagine if you had Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs.
That would be
boy.
insane. Wouldn't that
Yeah.
be? That'd be crazy. For a brief 1 hour, we did.
Yeah.
So yeah, Packers good. Texans still good. They were also a little banged up, but whatever.
Speaking of bangs,
You
speaking of bangs,
you gotta take advantage of your situations. Then we had Bengals
Mhm.
beating the Browns.
Thank
We
God.
all watched this game, clapped, cheered. It was a wonderful event that everyone enjoyed. And
Yep.
I mentioned to y'all, I don't know if I've ever felt a stronger sense of Schadenfreude than
Yep.
Even the
Then seeing
Browns
that
fans
news.
cheered.
Yep. Yep.
Just
I'm seeing actually a video here on ESPN of Myles Garrett frustrated with booze. Sean Watson.
Yep.
Like I mentioned here, though, the Bengals offense just sputtering out so many times this year and clearly missing Joe Mixon.
Definitely
along
missing Joe
with
Mixon.
Their who was the other guy, the receiver whose name is blanking now? Not Jamar, not T. The third dude.
TJ,
Tyler
Boyd?
Tyler
Boyd. Tyler
Tyler
Boyd. That's the
Boyd.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that one.
Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, him not being there either. I didn't actually make this argument. I don't really necessarily even want to get into this argument, but it is worth saying that Joe Burrow has had those weapons, like all of those weapons, for the majority of his career, and now we're seeing him operate without a couple of them, and it's noticeably worse. I feel like that's worth mentioning at the very least.
Yeah.
You know, Joe Burrow has 14 touchdowns and 2 interceptions this year.
Wow.
I actually
That
didn't know he
surprises
was
me.
doing that well.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
70%, like nearly 1,800 yards. Statistically, he's actually having a great year. It's just the
That's
Bengals are not
more-
winning games.
That's more TDs than Josh Allen, isn't it?
I think it's the same amount. I think Josh has 12 too.
Their,
Oh, wait, no, it's
defense
14, right? Yeah,
is
yeah,
This
yeah.
was Josh
really
Allen.
bad.
I think
What's
their
up?
defense is bad, and then they can't run
yeah.
the ball.
Why'd you say it like that? Their defense.
No, you did say their defense. Yeah, you have to defend that
What's
now.
that-
You have
what's
to
that-
what's that
defend
about?
that.
Yeah. Defend it.
Mhm.
He's
He's not going to defend
He's
it.
like-
not going
yeah.
to defend it. No.
He doesn't even know what we're talking about.
I thought you were talking about Krendor. I didn't even fucking say.
I
a
was
word
talking
all.
about Krendor. He doesn't.
Oh, you guys started. He said he, and I thought you were talking about me suddenly.
Dude, I don't even know.
Yeah,
We
but
did
who's
this
on
bit
first,
too.
though?
This
Who's
was
on-
absolutely from the first show.
I also brought up how Joe Mixon's actually really good. Top 5 running backs, 4 of them were free agents, and people are like, don't get free agent running backs, but they're all doing really good on their teams. Derrick Henry,
yeah, there
Saquon,
were other people.
Josh
they came
Jacobs.
onto the podcast. They were yelling at us. It was a whole thing. Yeah, we had
Jordan
to fight
Mason,
them off, pitchforks,
undrafted
torches.
free agent. Yeah,
whole thing.
Chainsaws, machetes.
Cowboys happy they didn't sign any
they
of
were wearing,
those.
hockey masks.
A
And
couple
stuff.
of guns, but those were a little out of line.
Yep.
Well, it was a lot of flare guns for some reason. Maybe there was a sale.
I didn't like that.
Bengals should trade for Nick Chubb.
I
like that. That'll happen.
They should trade
I don't know.
Trading a star running back within your own division to a
Yeah,
rival. Who the fuck would be dumb enough to do that?
Yeah, there's a few teams I could probably see it happening.
Yeah, the Jets would do it.
Yeah. Then we had Eagles Giants.
Speaking of which,
Saquon revenge game. He couldn't be stopped, and the Giants are bad, stinky bad.
Yep.
Duty.
And Saquon Barkley is still really, really good
over
at
10
football.
yards a carry.
Yep.
Yeah.
But 1 of 13 on third down still, so that's something.
Yeah.
Yep. AJ Brown also had a touchdown, 89 yards.
Yeah, him being back was important.
Eagles are better than the Giants, folks. Who would have guessed?
The Giants
apparently not
are
me.
so
True.
booty. It's like it's almost historically booty, I feel like, for the Giants.
I mean, dude, Daniel Jones got sacked 8 fucking times, and that is like the norm for this team right now. Like that O-line can't stop shit.
I don't know, man. They have been just nothing since Coughlin left.
No.
Yeah.
That 1 year they beat the Vikings in the wild card. Dable's first year.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Fluke year.
Yep.
Yeah, I
That was
guess,
the year
right?
we
I
called
mean-
the Vikings frauds, and then they were frauds.
Yeah.
That was Dable Coach of the Year season, if I'm not
That
mistaken.
Sure
was.
was.
Yeah.
And now
And,
he's going to be Dable, not longer a coach year. What?
Yeah. What
Then
the
we-
hell happened that year, honestly?
Wild
Uh,
season,
We
dude.
need to do a
Football,
post-mortem
man.
on that.
It's
Yeah.
football. Then we
Yeah.
had Rams Raiders.
That game.
I'll summarize this one. Minshew, 3 picks. Aiden O'Connell broke his thumb. That's another injury we forgot to cover. Smashed his finger, thumb, in the thing, crushed it, smithereens, blasted that finger. It's gone.
Yep.
Yeah, they put industrial machine equipment on the field. I don't know why they put it there, but it just
Had a
crushed
pneumatic
up his
press
finger real
at
bad.
the,
Yeah,
at the 50-yard line.
just
and
busted up bad. Yeah,
Yep.
yikes.
walked right into it.
Stafford pretty bad as well. Kyron Williams had 2 touchdowns, 76 yards. This game sucked, but the Rams won it.
Yep.
Then we
Cup
had the
might be coming back, but also might be getting traded. So that's
Yeah.
worth keeping an eye on.
Commanders, Panthers. Commanders, Marcus Mariota, and running the ball with the Commander running backs destroyed the Panthers, who did nothing. Chuba
This is
Hubbard.
after Daniels got injured, but his mom said he's fine, so it's good.
Yep.
Yep, it's all good. His mom
Chuba-
said he's good.
Chuba Hubbard, number 5 running back in the NFL right now. 52
Which
yards
is-
and a TD.
Weird.
Honestly,
That is wild, actually.
Bengals
I think
should
that
trade
says more
for him.
about the lack of running on other teams than it does about Chuba, but also well done, Chuba. Goddamn.
I mean,
Bengals.
maybe it
Bengals
means...
trade for Chuba Hubbard.
Oh,
Wait, did that happen, or are you saying,
I'm saying they
it should
should.
happen?
Suggesting
Oh,
it.
okay, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Panthers in trading their only star in the running,
Better
Yeah.
come,
department,
yeah.
They may as well at this point, though. They're not doing
I mean,
anything.
yeah.
Bryce Young, -4 yards passing.
I'll say it again. Fucking let him play at this point.
Yeah,
Like,
really.
no reason
I
not
do.
to.
I've only been reinforced in my
Yeah.
fervor for that position.
Yeah.
Just let him play. What's the point?
Get him some reps.
Season's
Yeah.
over.
49ers Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes and Brock Purdy, 5 interceptions, no touchdowns, both terrible.
Talked a lot about the fact that this is just objectively a bad season for Mahomes right now. Like,
Yeah.
he's
Just straight
not
up.
playing well.
I was making the point that, like, like last year for Mahomes, he had a bad season for Mahomes.
Yep.
Yeah.
This season, it's just bad. It's just not good.
And the
Yeah.
Chiefs offense continues to get things done in critical moments, and that is enough to win
Yep.
games. But like, I don't think anyone is very impressed by or scared of the Chiefs right now. The defense, sure, the defense is still like
Yeah.
top in the league, but The offense not
Which
nearly
is
as much
wild
as it used to be.
considering. You remember years ago, like when they first came onto the scene as the big
Yeah, it was
hot
like the complete
commodity?
opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could not play defense at all.
Yeah.
But I mean it's wild. But they're 6-0. They're still 6-0.
They
They're
sure
probably
are.
gonna win the fucking Super Bowl. And
Yeah.
Holmes has a negative touchdown to interception
They
ratio.
just keep making plays when it matters, man. I mean, 8 of 14 on third down. Even if Mahomes goes fucking 12 of 20 or whatever, like they're still getting it done when it matters.
That's credit to Andy Reid, I think.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
agree. Yeah. Andy Reid, Kareem Hunt actually 2 TDs, 78 yards this game.
Yeah, he had a
Chiefs.
good game there too, for sure.
Yeah.
22 carries.
And the 49ers are injured and not doing anything. So
Yeah, I think Apollo said it, but I think they might be missing the playoffs this year.
yeah, it's not looking good. Everybody's hurt. McCaffrey's still like getting German chemical cells.
We had a whole McCaffrey bit too, Ancient Dragon, something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because
Make it up
he seems to
yourself.
be possessed by demons. Yeah, you can imagine. We do a lot of magical bits.
Damn it, we do them all for you.
I'm so tired. Okay, we do these podcasts right after my stream for the day, and so after like the 2.5 hours we usually spend recording, I'm dead, and so we're doing round 2, and I'm so tired.
Well, luckily we've arrived at where the power went out.
We did.
Yep.
Jets
Hooray.
We made it back.
There's
Did
no
we
more
speed
bits.
run
This
that?
is
How
all
long was
new.
that?
This is
This is
all new
all
That was
stuff.
pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was quite a speed run.
It is actually quite convenient that it died there, though, because now we still get the full force conversation
That's
behind
true.
Jets Steelers.
Yeah, I guess we do.
Do you want to go first? Or
Yeah,
how do you want to
It's
do
raring
this?
to take the bit right.
I guess, if you didn't see the game and you don't know the score, I will preface our conversation by saying that Woody Johnson needs to sell the team immediately, as soon as possible. That's what needs to happen. And you may can
Okay.
take the floor.
We were saying before we even started recording the first podcast this week, that I actually still think the Jets, I think they are way, way better than people are saying they are. Like, people are acting like this team is the Panthers, and that's just the furthest from the truth that exists in the world. They are not that bad. They really aren't. And again, to prove my point, we can go back and look at the Jets schedule and see that they had essentially the Jets subreddit doesn't actually have scores on their schedule or games played. Okay, about as much effort as Woody Johnson puts into the team.
Yep.
Well, let me give you this though. You know what? I feel like it's incredibly easy to say the Jets are the best 2-win team in the league right now because their competition with that is the Dolphins, Raiders, Jaguars. Like, I don't think I need to go on from there.
Yeah,
Giants.
I think this team actually still has a very small chance of making the playoffs. It's small as it's a tiny bitty baby small, but it's there.
There was a lot of discussions among the Jets subreddit and the whole, stuff about Jets discourse about things. And one of the topics of conversation that was brought up is that the Jets are good on paper. And you know what? I've heard this shit for so goddamn long. And I'm just tired of hearing, like, if they're good on paper, then I don't know, maybe they should fucking write a book or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's just fucking they can't do basic football things, week to week. It's embarrassing. This is just embarrassing overall. Woody Johnson couldn't get enough of ruining and destroying young football players' careers. He had to go and get a fucking Hall of Fame QB, and then he had to listen to every fucking word the guy had to say, and kept getting more Aaron Rodgers friends. Because, oh boy, if we just get one more friend to Aaron Rodgers, I'm sure we'll win a game.
You gotta reel it in, brother. I don't know if you're able to go above that level from now.
So do you want to go first, or should I?
I just, this team.
I feel that actually, like, I think this is the first time we're finally digging deep into what this actually is for you as a Jets fan, which is like this should be working. Why the fuck isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I mean, this is because here's the thing, right? As a Jets fan, I can tell you, season's over, right? I mean, that's pretty clear. So we're accepting that we're going into the 13th year of us not making the playoffs and not doing anything. And we're staring down the barrel of a 41-year-old QB, a wide receiver that we picked up because he's his friend, and he costs a shitload of money, and he's certainly not re-signing with us. And we lost some draft capital to do that.
Randall Cobb will come back.
Yeah, maybe get some Greg Jennings action in there. We were talking about that earlier. Yeah, and moreover, once those people leave, what are we gonna draft another QB? Fuck him up too? What Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall, they're gonna stay? No, what's gonna happen now is we're gonna shit the bed for the next several weeks of this season until it's over, and then we'll sputter out and die. And then what they're gonna do is they're gonna fire fucking everybody. GM, head coach, all the coaching staff. Then the new guy's going to come in. They're going to trade all the things that were in any way bright spots of the team. And then maybe in 3 years, we might be good because we'll have another fucking rebuild. Oh boy, I can't wait to watch that. Oh man, I'm sure it's going to work out this time.
So what'd you think about Russell Wilson, Apollo?
Well, you know, I don't want people thinking that I think the Steelers are just terrible and awful, and like I don't want people to think that I'm like rooting for them to lose. But I think that there's just a lot of misleading things that happen in football. Like just to start off, again, the score of this game is misleading. 37-15. It wasn't that much of a blowout. One of these touchdowns was a garbage time touchdown that the Steelers scored at the last second. The game was already over at that point. And then you also have 2 turnovers from Aaron Rodgers that I don't think people give enough credit for how influential they were for the momentum of the game. You had the Jets up 15-6, and their offense was fucking
that first one at the end of the first half was a huge momentum swing.
I was watching this game and I was talking to you guys, and I was like, this Jets team, I told you they were going to just run all over us. Not run, they didn't run the ball, but throw all over us, and the Steelers defense was not going to be able to handle Aaron Rodgers just dumping the ball off for like 7 yards, and that's all they did. And it was working. And I swear to God, every time they tried to run the ball, I was like, what are you doing? What do you do? Every time they ran the ball, it was like 1 yard, -2 yards, -3 yards, 2 yards. It was awful.
Breece with 12 for 30.
And I was just like, just stop trying to do this and do the thing that's working and throw the ball. Because they didn't have to worry about the defensive line because Aaron Rodgers was getting the ball out in like 2 seconds or less. He was throwing the ball.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought was going to happen the whole game. And then 15-6, Aaron Rodgers has the ball, 2-minute drill. Here we go. If they go down and score, this game is like almost over. Like it gets bad. But then he throws an interception. He throws an interception to Beanie Bishop, who before this game was being almost booed out of the whole team. Like he was playing so bad before this game.
And now he had Chris Collinsworth be like, Beanie Babies. I love those guys.
He kept talking about Beanie Babies. It was so weird.
Couldn't stop. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that, and then the game just fucking turns on its head. Rodgers throws another interception after, which should have just been should have been caught.
That was
like
Garrett Wilson, who was also fucking up a whole lot this
Garrett
year.
Wilson,
he had a bad fucking game, dude.
Garrett Wilson's having a bad
He's had a bad
year.
and so is Breece Hall.
Well, Breece
and you know why? It's because our fucking coaching staff is atrocious. It's not a real coaching staff. It's a collection of Robert Saleh's friends.
He's not even there anymore.
But this game just completely spiraled out of control. As for how Russell Wilson looked, I mean, I was much more impressed with how George Pickens looked than I did Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was just huck it, chuck it, fuck it. George Pickens is over there somewhere, which needs to happen more, and that is a good thing. Yeah. But I mean, Russell Wilson, the first pass was really nice. The first moon ball that he threw to Pickens, that was a beautiful throw. That was great. Nice. The second one was underthrown, bounced off the back of the helmet of the defender, and Pickens did some circus shit to actually catch it. Same with the Freiermuth pass. That was overthrown. Freiermuth made an amazing one-handed grab
Well,
I
by the
mean-
way, the interception on Aaron Rodgers was
Also-
a behind the back one-handed
Yes.
interception,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
literally it looked like the Matrix was glitching. That's how much God hates the Jets.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. I don't accept this as a 37-15 Steelers win. It really looks to me again like we got the turnovers that we try to get, and when we don't get them, it turns out real bad. Our defense was super bend don't break. I mean, in the second half, the defense clamped it down, but at that point, I mean, once you have like a big lead like that and a team gets demoralized and injured, the Jets continued to suffer injuries too to their O-line. Like it got worse and worse.
Yeah.
Ed,
I'm glad you brought up the O-line. That's another thing that we've been analyzing over in Jets fandom is our O-line coach, who is a guy named Keith Carter, picked up from the Titans, where he was run out of town, where the O-line there was literally celebrating when he got fired.
This picture
So
like some
we
old
decided-
Wild West town. They're like, get out of here, get out.
yeah, they tarred him, they feathered him, and they ran him out of town. But you know what? Robert Saleh worked with him once before, so he must be good. Let's pick him up, guys. And what do you know? What a great O-line we've got going on. And by the way, hey, if you're thinking about looking at the Jets D-line, as far as our defense is concerned, seeing as the Steelers scored 37 fucking points on us, well, our genius GM, who there are quite a few Jets fans who still defend him for whatever God knows what reason. Maybe there's a botnet that he's running on the fucking Jets subreddit. But like, our genius GM cut 40% of our defensive pressure. No, sorry, it's 47% of our defensive pressures last year. He cut the players that were responsible for that, and then traded for Hassan Reddick, who hasn't fucking played. Oh, but he's going to be back next week.
He's gonna
Oh
be
yeah, I
back.
can't wait. Surely that'll fix the fucking problem. Oh man.
Before we move on, there are two more I think like highlights for me for the Steelers that I thought were more like, again, Russell Wilson did fine. He did exactly, I think, what you would expect from Russell Wilson. His throwing game was better than Fields, but when he was on the move and running, it was not good.
He looked every bit of his 35.
Yes. So it's a trade-off, and I think the trade-off worked in our favor for sure. I still think that Fields probably wins this game too. I'll be honest.
Absolutely.
Like I don't think that was a big. The big thing this game was our O-line, which is horribly injured, played way above its weight class with how injured it is. This is our fourth string center. Are you kidding me?
I didn't know that was
That's
allowed.
our great D line. Thank God.
Yeah.
We're all in this year, by the way. Did you know that? We're all in.
Oh,
I want to give them credit for like, I think it just goes to show how good our O-line will be if it's not dead.
Yeah.
And also our special teams. Holy moly. Has ever seen a special teams coach get that much praise? 2 blocked extra point and a blocked field goal. The blocked extra point was just Thanos snapped away by the refs. Which, by the way,
because that's another thing that we learned. We confirmed here in this game is that it's not just the offense and the defense on the Jets that are terrible. It's the special teams too. We can't kicking a field goal out of the fucking question for our team. That's not what is that what other teams do? That's weird. Maybe we should watch some tapes and figure out. By the way, Woody Johnson, only NFL owner who's so fucking stingy that he doesn't hire refs for the offseason to practice with the players. Sorry, just something else that I wanted to bring up.
Don't you dare apologize for Art.
The reffing this game was horrible, but it luckily didn't really end up mattering. But I still think it's important to point out how bad reffing is, even when it doesn't matter, because when it does matter, it's really bad.
There was a shitty one, especially early on, that went in favor of the Jets. With
that was
the illegal touch or whatever.
It was the blocked extra point that would
have
that turned into 2 points. They actually was a thread about it, the league, because Tomlin's on the rules committee, so when they fuck with the Steelers, Tomlin will get their asses and be like, you better apologize, and so they will apologize to Tomlin and be like, sorry, that was the wrong call, Tomlin, we know. That was a bad call, so don't do that. It was one of those games where they weren't I don't think there was a lot of penalties at all this game.
I don't really remember.
I think they were just kind of letting it end.
I think
it was very much a let them play kind of game, which again, I like more than every single penalty, but it can still be annoying to watch a bad hold or something, or a bad DPI.
By the way, Russell Wilson was getting booed insane.
He came out and his first 2 drives were absolute worst case scenario terrible. Like he looked like he was the worst quarterback in the league for those 2 drives, and then he just flipped a switch and was like, no, I'm still Russell Wilson, I can do this.
But he felt the momentum shift clearly too after that.
Yeah, it was a crazy game. I don't know, the Steelers team, I still need some proof. Let's fucking we got the Giants next week. Let's not fuck that one up like we fucked up the Cowboys game and we fucked up the Colts game. This is a classic Steelers play down to competition nonsense. So
y'all lose to the Giants. I don't know what the fuck to think.
I am still over here being like, it totally can happen, and it's it's the
Giants
Steelers
actually have the best pass rush, I believe. Like one of the best pass rushes.
Yeah, and that's scary, especially if we're going to start Russell Wilson. So I don't know. Yeah. If we do beat the Giants, we go into the bye week 6-2. That's about as good as I guess as you can ask. I mean, we should be 8-0, but 6-2. And that'll it's going to still be a tough road with how crazy bad that schedule is afterward. But I'm hopeful for a playoff berth this year. And again, like I said, maybe we can make it one extra game until we get dunked on in maybe a divisional round shitting on,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll give you a little preview of the rest of the Jets season. They're just gonna lose.
Well, here's the thing:
of the games.
I'm gonna pick them because they play the Patriots next week, and if they can't,
you're out of your mind. Honestly.
if they can't beat the Patriots,
they cannot. I'm gonna warn you right now. They cannot. This team is done. This team is actually just done. They don't give a shit anymore. It's an unserious team. They fired all there's no stability of in any form or fashion. They've gone fully into desperation. There is no winning to be had. This team, I don't think they win another game the rest of the season. I'm gonna be honest. I honestly don't think they do.
It's so crazy though, because like I agree with you, but I remember a month ago when the Jets handily beat the Patriots at home.
Yeah.
And they looked good.
Yeah.
And
no, they have no
now
chance.
It is completely different.
I think they'll be all right.
I think they are
gonna get I think they're absolutely gonna get bodied. And it's not even gonna be close. I don't think it's not gonna be a close game. I think Drake May is gonna style on us, and we're gonna deserve it. Because that's what we get for being Jets fans.
I mean, I'm more trusting in Aaron Rodgers because I've watched him carry shitty Packer teams to the playoffs before. However,
Aaron Rodgers has 1,600 yards on the season with 10 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. He's barely above a 60% completion percentage. He's done. He's washed. He's gone.
I will say one thing.
He's retiring after this year. There's no question about that.
I will say one thing. I don't believe they will win 0 games the rest of the season. If they lose to the Patriots, then I will believe that they will lose every game the rest of the season.
I agree.
Because the Patriots are terrible.
Legit, I know that we talk about a lot of other shitty teams in this league. I believe this is the worst team in the league right now.
That's crazy.
By far. Not even close. I do not think that there is another team that is worse than this right now. There's just not. There really isn't, because the thing is, the other teams at least are trying to win the game. This team is not doing that.
The Panthers, though,
they're trying. They're failing, but they're trying.
I don't know if they're trying anymore.
And they don't got the kind of they don't got the kind of fucking money that we have here, or the money invested in players that we have here. But nobody gives a shit. It's over. And look, here's the thing: Woody Johnson, he gives the least amount of shit because he's still one of the highest paid owners in the league because he's in New York. It doesn't matter if he wins. I actually see something. Here's another fun fact. Do you know that we're on the 9th offensive coordinator in 12 years? 12 years, we've had 9 offensive coordinators.
That's some Brown shit, dude.
Yeah, in 20 years since Woody Johnson owned the team, we've had 9 head coaches and 6 GMs and a 14-year-long playoff drought. So, yeah, no, I mean, look, this team is a joke. It will always be a joke as long as Woody Johnson owns this fucking team. And like I said, I genuinely do not think this team will win a singular other game. It's over. Aaron Rodgers is washed. The whole fucking team has quit. They're done. The coaches don't give a shit. And even if they did,
they've been thrust into a situation like the defensive coordinator now has head coaching responsibilities in addition to defensive coordinating responsibilities, and look how that played out. The Steelers scored 37. Gee, great job, Woody. I mean, like for real. I think this is over.
Dude,
we are going to get. I mean, but you know what we're going to do is maybe we'll win one at the end of the season, so we don't get the first overall pick. That's what's going to happen.
It's crazy to me that you have gone full ESPN talking head, but this is your genuine reaction. Like this is you fully.
I think you've set yourself up for a very funny moment next week if the Jets win like 41-7.
I don't. It doesn't really matter. Like whether even if they do manage to like scrape by and win like a game or two, it doesn't matter. This season they said at the beginning of the season, all in. We're all in, guys. That's why we're keeping Robert Saleh and Nate Hackett around. It's because Aaron Rodgers is here, and he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. He's gonna
Disney
take us
villain.
Where is this guy been hiding? I love this guy.
Villain, dude.
This is the Jets fucking PR for fucking months. And you know what? I basically blanked it out because I fucking knew that this was gonna happen. I knew. I've been a fan of this team for too fucking goddamn long to know that this is exactly what is going to happen with this kind of a season. And you know what? Like I said, what's gonna happen is the Jets are gonna lose out, and then we're gonna fire everybody and have another rebuild for 3 more years at least. I mean, Joe Douglas, he got six fucking years. 6 fucking years to rebuild. Other teams turn it around in a year or 2, but Joe Douglas, no, look, he had a historically bad situation.
We got to get out of here, Coach. Rob is morphing into a cartoon villain right now.
No, I'm losing it.
Yeah, well,
I hate this team. I hate the Jets.
Luckily for the Packers, they turned it around in like 3 months. So that was a good flip there.
Good for the Packers.
Fun
Hey, at least the Patriots didn't do that.
Sell the team, Woody Johnson. Sell the fucking team.
It could be so much worse, Rob. At least the Patriots aren't the Packers and didn't turn it around in 3 months. It's at least been 2 years so far, and they got it.
No, you know what's going to happen? It's going to be the same thing that happened with Tom Brady. The Jets are going to be the ones that unlock Drake May. He's going to score 5 touchdowns on us and then start going on a fucking rampage through the league. I guarantee that kind of shit.
I will believe in magic if that happens.
I'll definitely become a Pats fan again at that point.
The bright spot for the Jets is that which it's more a bright spot for the AFC. The current like wild card teams for AFC are bad.
Oh God, yeah, I was gonna bring that up too, dude. It's pathetic.
Like it's Bills, Chiefs, Ravens, Texans, right? Then Steelers are right there. Then it's Broncos, Colts.
Yeah.
So like
the Broncos and the Steelers have both beaten the Jets.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. I mean, I think the Bengals probably could get there if they start putting it together.
I think the Bengals, their outlook is so much better than where it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like just based on like wins and losses for everyone else.
Yeah. So
it's a crapshoot. The AFC wild card is going to be just like the past 2 years, and it's just not going to make much sense.
That 7th seed is going to get fucking crushed, dude. That's all I can say.
They sure will. Yep.
Yeah.
Ravens, Buccaneers. This game, I remember being like, wow, the Ravens are just shitting themselves. And then they scored like 80 points.
Dude, Derrick Henry MVP.
Yeah.
Like, please, if ever there were a time.
If
he keeps this up and doesn't win MVP, I am rioting. I am starting a storming of Roger Goodell's house and saying we need change. We need change in this league. This is the best player in the league easily right now.
Yeah, he's on pace for 2,100 yards, a little over.
He's on pace to break the single season rushing record, which is amazing on its own. But he's also going to do that at 30. After he's been one of the most, he's had some of the most snaps out of any running back in the NFL. I feel like by this point,
he definitely is. He carried Tennessee.
Yeah,
he has had 5 consecutive games with rushes. Oh, sorry, no, I'm misstating the stat now that I'm looking it up. 3 of the last 4 games, he has had rushes of 50 yards or more at the age of 30 against some of the better teams in the league right now.
I'm gonna give you guys permission to use my Ravens lock if you guys want. Like I told you that they will continue to win as long as I don't want them to, which will be forever. So
I mean, we're not even
locking
talking about
against the
Lamar's 17 of 22 for 281 and 5 TDs yet. We're only talking about Henry now. This offense is fucking ridiculous, man.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I
good.
don't see how who beats them at this point right now.
well, the
Chiefs.
Raiders somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second this
man.
team was 0-2, I knew they were about to go fucking nuts because it couldn't be happening. It could not be true.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can't stop this, dude. The Bucks had nearly 500 yards of offense.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't you
admittedly,
worry,
a lot
it'll-
of that came in the end, but
They'll lose to the Steelers 10-7 for some reason. Like it's usually how it goes
Yeah.
with this. The Ravens look like the best team in football, and then Lamar plays the Steelers, and suddenly he doesn't know how to play football anymore.
Well, I mean, I honestly think it's because of their style. Like it's that running game is you need to get ahead early in order to win, but then when you do, you just steamroll, like because people can't you get tired by the fourth quarter, they can't tackle the Derrick Henry anymore.
inevitable.
Yep.
Yeah, like and he'll keep going. He's a monster,
Mhm.
And
He's
even
a
if
workhorse.
it's not him, they'll get somebody else. Or Lamar Jackson will run on a passing play.
Yep.
You just run out of gas.
Didn't
Did
Bear
y'all
cut
see the
Mark
play
Andrews?
where Lamar was the lead blocker? That shit.
Oh
was
yeah, I
awesome.
saw that. That was funny. Did you cut Mark Andrews?
No, well, I did, and then I got him back because I was shocked that nobody picked him up when I dropped him for a week.
I was gonna pick him up.
Yeah,
and
no, I got him
then-
back.
Yeah. Okay. Just.
Dude, I picked up Cade Otton actually from the
Ooh,
Bucks.
yeah,
and he's been
yeah.
killing it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's gonna get even more targets now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This was.
I was trying to remember who their number 3 is, and it's probably Cade Otton right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
he's
and-
honestly probably the number 2.
Well, he's probably the number
Yeah.
1 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Buccaneers receivers are struggling to say the least now that Mike
Dropping
Evans.
like flies.
Yeah, Mike Evans is hurt. Godwin's out for the year. Like it's not good, but it's the NFC South, so they could still win.
They put up, I want to say 21 points. Yeah, 21 points in like 8 minutes in the fourth quarter. And I don't know why the Ravens keep doing this. I guess it's just to make the games a little more entertaining instead of another double point victory. But they had one of their historic near collapses and then just kind of sealed the deal at the end. But yeah, this Ravens team is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then we had Cardinals Chargers.
So I
Thank
know we didn't
you.
talk about this game yet, but honestly, like what happened?
Kyler
Yeah.
Murray.
Yeah.
on that
All I care
40-yard
about is
touchdown
thank you,
run.
Kyler Murray, for bailing me out of my certainly lost fantasy game with a 40-yard touchdown run. That's it.
That's really all I saw this game was that run and then the field goal to win it.
That's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
pretty much all that happened, honestly. Because I mean, we
Yeah.
all basically watched
The
like,
Chargers'
Zone.
red zone offense is terrible. Their defense is actually pretty good and managed to contain the Cards up until Kyler broke out on that one play.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
getting very worried because the only way I would have lost was if Cameron Dicker scored 30 points. And
He was
Cameron
balling,
Dicker
dude,
scored
yeah.
21 points. So I actually went from winning by like 30 to only winning by 5. That was
I think this was part of the show. I can't remember if this was just our preamble, but we were talking a lot about kickers, and like I also wanted to just mention the fact that like kickers have just gotten better, and it
Yeah.
seems like these 50+ yard kicks are just not even really
They're
much
talking
questioned
about-
for the most part.
they're talking about narrowing the goalposts.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
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 Well, if
I
you
did see a
have good
very
kicker, that is.
I did see a very funny comment that said they should just turn it into like a diamond. So
Yeah.
actually it's like
Yeah.
a hoop you have to kick it through.
Or
the
yeah, like
middle.
Yeah.
just a circle, yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
they should make it like you know what? I just realized I don't really want to reference this, but like Quidditch.
Yeah.
You know, where they have where you have the multiple hoops, and you can depending on which one you hit, you get different points.
That
Oh
would
yeah,
be kinda
they
cool,
should make
actually.
it smaller and harder.
Yeah.
To, oh my
Yeah,
god,
yeah.
That would be fun.
that's
I
actually
would-
genuinely an incredibly good idea.
right. Like I would be so. The NFL would never do that.
No,
No.
never in a million.
Like
years.
imagine
Yeah.
like a tiny, like
Yeah.
barely bigger than like a
and,
basketball
that's
size
worth
hoop.
a touchdown.
It's worth like 15 points. Dude, it'd be so
Right.
fucking
Yeah, that would be
impossible to hit
impossible.
that.
Yeah.
It's like 100 in skee ball.
It's like the,
Yeah.
Justin
Oh
Herbert.
yeah, maybe that's what they should do. They should make it like a dartboard
if you get it in between the different rings or something.
Justin Herbert's looking like Phillip Rivers, where
Oh yeah,
he's just a Charger quarterback destined for Charger play.
Mediocrity, yeah.
he gets a shitload of yards and a shitload of kids.
Yep.
Yeah, how many kids is Justin Herbert at now?
He's not even close, man. He's got a long ways to go.
Yeah, he's got a long way to go.
Justin Herbert. You know what? This might put me on a list if I
Yeah,
try to look up. I'm gonna cancel that search.
it's a good idea.
Sorry, NSA.
Too late, brother.
By the way, I was curious, from the Aaron Rodgers trade, we currently acquired 3 defensive starters. So thank you, Jets.
Yep. Well, hey, that was Joe Douglas trading away our entire defensive line, our sole bright spot of last season.
Oh, Rob, actually, I saw you had some space in this open wound. If you don't mind, I'll get a little more salt for you there.
You got some, hey, do you got any lemon juice? I'm.
I think I got a little
parched.
Yeah. So that was football games.
Football.
Yeah, that's
Now-
arguable.
Power rankings.
Power
ranker.
remix. That's another thing that happened.
Yeah,
in the
that's
last
right. We did a
episode.
little remix. Pow.
Yep. Top 5. Literally anybody. It's like, I think it's the same as last week.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, Bills, Lions, Vikings, and
Ravens.
Yep.
Ravens. Yeah.
That
There you
is
go.
it.
We did it.
There it is.
All
Did
right.
it. Good job.
We've done it.
Woo!
Thinnest dink. 4 spots.
Ooh.
It's not that many spots.
Nope.
Yeah, they're starting to get a little harder now, aren't they?
Hmm.
Who had the most impressive win this week?
Maybe the
Possibly
Seattle
the.
Seahawks.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
That's
Nope.
not a bad
I'm gonna
one.
say the Denver Broncos.
Is it the Colts?
It's the Broncos.
It's the Broncos.
Okay.
Yep.
Why?
20-point win. They're
I don't know.
500
They-
team now.
They are fucking winning, Like they do
Yeah,
keep
but
winning.
they beat I didn't even want to call that New Orleans team a team. It's like wasn't a team.
They beat
Like
the Jaguars.
I agree, but also I can't argue with the results, can you?
Yeah.
I can.
I absolutely can. Yeah.
They went from 16 to 12, and I actually think I'd put them at 17.
The fact that
Wow.
they're 12
Yeah.
is insane to me. Yeah, that's way too fucking
Yeah.
high.
Like
I
I
honestly
still
think they
think,
should be 16. Yeah.
yeah, like the 49ers are at 16th, and I think the 49ers
Ooh.
would still beat the Broncos. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
absolutely. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
probably,
I don't. The biggest issue is people way overrate record. People put way too much
Yep.
stock in a team's record, and that's just not what makes a team good or not. It gives you a
Yeah.
playoff spot potentially, but it doesn't mean you're good or not.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess that depends on Edward Edmondson's definition of power ranking.
Very true.
That's very true.
guess.
Very true.
Right.
Fat doinks. 4 spots each.
Oh.
3 of them.
Falcons.
3 of them, Ed, man.
Falcons, yep,
Every
that's one.
time.
Chargers?
Nope.
What?
Saints?
Nope.
Raiders.
Nope.
Wow.
The fucking Jets?
I'm surprised it's not the Raiders
Nope.
after the trade.
I don't know. then.
Cowboys?
Nope.
I need a bye
They're
week.
Who
all
the fuck?
they're all deserving though.
Yeah. There's
I-
3 of them?
Yep.
How are we not getting them?
the
Uh,
Niners.
Nope.
Maybe Houston?
Texans are one of the other ones, dropping
Wow.
4
Ah.
spots.
That's
Okay,
kind of
okay.
undeserved. This is a very close game.
Yeah, it was
Well, I mean,
close.
Stroud did have a very bad day.
He did have a really bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the other one is.
The
Think injuries.
Browns?
Oh, the Bucks?
Buccaneers.
Oh,
It is
yeah,
the
there you go.
Interesting,
Buccaneers,
yeah,
falling
yeah,
from
okay.
9 to 13.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's probably fair.
yeah, that makes
Okay,
sense.
Ed. You're on a
Fair.
short leash, Ed, but we'll.
There are 2 teams
that
that have
one.
not risen in any weeks this season. They have only dropped or stayed the same. Who are they?
Cleveland.
Jets.
You are both correct. It is the
Yeah. Nice one. High five.
Yeah. High five.
How many consecutive weeks have the Panthers been in the bottom 3? Hint, they broke the previous record of 17 weeks, Jets, at some point this season.
So many.
It's
I
gotta
got
be
some
like
rubbing alcohol there for you, pal.
I feel like it's got to be every week except week 1, probably.
I'm gonna say 25.
Oh wait, we want the total.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the streak they're on right now.
Oh, and
consecutive weeks in the bottom.
What was the record they broke this year?
They broke 17.
Oh, I'll say 21.
Well, okay, so if we're gonna assume, how much of last season were they 17?
Well, you don't get to have that information. That would
no, I'm not. I'm just, I'm stating
Thinking
it
out loud.
I'm questioning the world, really.
Yeah.
So I would say about 21.
That was my answer, and you stole it. How
Was
dare
it
you?
20? I think you said 25.
Did say 21.
I said 21.
No, I said 25.
Oh, okay. All right.
You can also say 21. That's fair.
Yeah.
It's 24 weeks.
God damn.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
No,
Price
you
is
went
Right
over. It
news,
doesn't count.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
Which
That's golf score.
teams with winning records are ranked lower now than they were at the start of the season?
Ooh, that's
Two
an
of 'em.
interesting one.
Records lower. I'll take the Eagles.
Give me
That's
the
right.
Colts.
Yeah.
Eagles from 5 to 10, and not the Colts.
Oh, the Texans just doinked, so maybe them.
It is the Texans,
That
7 to
makes
8.
sense. Logical.
There you go.
Logical.
Then we have, based on power rankings of their opponents, which teams have the hardest and easiest schedules so far this season?
Oh, based on power rankings,
Yep.
Oh.
because we just kind of figured this out.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. A power ranking strength of schedule.
Yeah. Give me the Chiefs for
I do think
easiest
that,
still.
no, I think the Chiefs are hardest.
Really?
I do. Their schedule was weighted hard early, but their end of their schedule is very easy.
Okay.
Hmm.
And then I think the easiest schedule was the Bears. How about it?
You got that one. Easiest was the Bears,
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
but hardest, not correct. Rob,
Is-
do you know?
I will say it was the Commanders.
Nope. It is the Minnesota Vikings.
Really?
Yep.
Dude, that makes their record even more impressive. Damn.
It
Yeah.
does. I mean, they have
Well, I
had
mean,
two games against like Packers Lions, who currently Lions are 3 and the Packers are 6. So
Right.
Well, and that's what I was saying also when we were looking at Tankathon earlier. If you look at the AFC North, they have some of the hardest strength of schedule in the league, and that's solely because that whole division is good.
NFC North.
You know?
I mean.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Here, I'll post this for y'all. I don't know if Krendor, maybe you want to load it into the video real quick for these guys too. But Pixel was kind enough to share with us the average rank of opponent for all 32 teams.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
yeah, hold
Be
on.
curious about that. The top 5 with the hardest schedules so far have been Vikings, Cardinals, Ravens, Chiefs, Falcons. And that's, of course, with the power rank, not necessarily the
Of course, yes.
strength of schedule of their actual opponents.
Yeah, I wonder how that matches up to the strength.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that. The Bears, Commanders, Bengals, Dolphins, and Steelers have had the hardest so far, according to Ed Holmes' power rankings.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm
I got it on the screen right there.
There you go.
So the real hardest strength of schedule is Detroit, actually. At number 1, they have they played against 571.
They're 6th on the power ranking one, so that's fairly close.
That is close, yeah. Yeah, let's see the Cards. Yeah, Cards are they're up against 500 teams. So maybe that means, does that mean that Ed Edholm overranked the NFC West? AFC
Overranking. Clap, 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 clap,
He
clap.
might have.
right?
It's possible, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Lower number means higher. Yeah. So that's all from Ed and Eddie. And classic. And that's your power.
Thank you
rankings.
again, by the way, to
Pixel.
Pixel Haven and Hippo.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for their
Shout out.
excellent. Yeah,
Big shout out.
seriously.
Yeah. For doing actual work.
Yeah.
Here we go. Pick'em's stats.
Bonus stats.
Bonus stats.
Sorry, normal stats first.
Normal stats.
First.
This week I went 10-6, Rob 13-3, Bear 12-4, Apollo 13-3, Randy 4-12. Jesus. Discord 14-2, and Torak 9-7.
Randy having an incredibly bad year.
A statistically improbable year. In
It
fact,
really is interesting.
It's
0-7 on the lock so far.
Yeah, he's rough out there.
On the other side, we're all actually doing pretty good.
0-7 on locks. That is 7 lost coin flips in a row.
That's crazy, actually.
That is wild, actually.
We all have Krendor's at 58.8, which is damn near the 60% threshold, but we're all at 60% or better in our pick'ems so far this year. We're doing pretty good.
I like that. That's a very fancy way of you saying everyone except Krendor is 60%.
He's right there. He's right there with us.
Lockapalooza. Krendor's locked a different team every week this season. He's also locked a different team each week, and the Colts are the only team he has both locked and locked against, which is kind of weird.
That is funny.
You meant to say you've locked against a different team each week as well, in addition to locking a different team this week or each week.
Yeah. King Khan. Rob is now 29-7 predicting interconference games this season. 6 of his 7 losses came when he picked an AFC team. The NFC has won 21 of 36 games.
That's one of my favorite bits of pixel artwork so far of the
that is
AFC and
great.
NFC jousts with King Robert
great.
in the background.
It's so good. Yeah.
Flying high, Apollo's 9-1 predicting Giants-Eagles games, and 18-5 across all Eagle divisional games, and 25-1 on Giant divisional games.
Okay, just going with Apollo's picks there then.
You guys want some secret info? When the Eagles play, you pick the Eagles, and when the Giants play, you don't pick the Giants.
That's crazy. Rise and shine.
That's also a great art, too.
That is. Bears, the only one who has done better predicting early window games than late window ones. 33-19 early, 17-10 late.
That's pretty similar.
Interesting.
Cold snap.
Take it, Bill.
Falcons are the AC's worst predicted team all time. 13-18 Falcon games and 1-2 on Falcon locks.
That
That's
tracks.
what I'm saying. They're fraudulent. They're
We
a
have no idea,
fraudulent
dude.
team.
Yep. The
2
fraudulent Falcons.
Mhm.
That's right. That's right.
My
That's alliteration,
opponent,
baby.
the fraudulent Falcon.
We run an intellectual academic podcast. You can
We
say
do.
here.
We're all about
Yeah.
intellectual.
Oh,
academics.
God, did we include our Francis Drake dialogue in this episode? I can't remember
Oh,
anymore.
was that in the last one or this one?
Fuck,
Yeah.
it's so
Too late,
critical.
too
The
late,
people
it's
need
too
to know.
late.
Shit. Yeah, we went back in. And you guys looked up Francis Drake, so I'm
I
happy
did.
to
I
hear
learned
that.
he was
Yeah.
in the top 20
Yeah.
pirates of all time, according to
Pirates.
Forbes.com.
That's right.
Blackbeard.
And we also learned that he fought the Spanish Armada during.
I have a question. Do you think Francis Drake could turn the Jet season around if he was the head coach?
You know what?
Guys.
I think so. He was evil. Very evil.
Have to end this
Apollo has to
episode before Krendor's power goes out again.
That's
We
That's a good
lose
point.
everything.
Oh no.
I would probably just skip the week, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, it's time for pick'ems.
Oh, wait, no. The rapid fire fantasy check. Extremely quick.
I had the worst week of fantasy yet. I lost like 158 to like 80.
Yeah, you got
Yep.
crushed.
It was
Yeah,
bad.
that is
I
Master
would've
Prophet's
lost no
Madman.
matter
who's-
what.
Yeah,
I
who's
want to
just demolishing
say
it.
the same thing I say every week, which is me and Krendor have the most points against of
Yep.
anyone else.
It's by a lot now,
it
too.
keeps
Krendor's is
happening.
crazy.
Like I guess Krendor is in the same position, but I guess neither of us have played against a team that doesn't do good. We always have to
Yep.
do either really good or better to win.
Yep.
Yeah, I had
Luckily,
easily my best week of the season against you.
Luckily, I have Chris Godwin, so that's good.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Luckily,
Our
I
that was
have
me last
the
season.
second most points in the whole league as well.
Yeah,
so,
it's true.
That's true, too.
I
yeah.
mean, I am happy to say that I won my game, and I did it by benching Pat Mahomes.
Hey, that's bold.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
At least
and then,
Jared Goff might help me out. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
The standings are still incredibly close. We have Master at 5-2. We got 6 teams at 4-3, 3 at 3-4, and then a couple at 2 and 5. So it's anyone's race still.
Yeah. It's gonna be a hot contest going down the stretch.
It's gonna be a
Spicy.
hot contest indeed. Yep.
Pickles.
Pickle.
Pick 'em.
Pick 'em.
Pick 'em.
Shout out to our assistant coach this week in the Pick'ems.
That's right.
Who is our assistant coach this week?
I thought I had it up, and then the window was shut, so now I'm
It
pulling it
is
up again.
Volgari.
It's Volgari.
Volgari.
Yes.
Volgari.
And a big thank you to all the
Volgari.
Patreon supporters. Thanks
Volgari.
for supporting the show.
Yes,
Volgari.
Volgari.
thank you. For real.
64 and 43 on the year. Best picked teams are the
Nice.
Bengals, Cards, and Jags, all at 6-1 on the season. Agrees most with Robert on an agreement rate of 65%.
Bengals
Yeah.
Cardinals pretty
Hey.
impressive on the pick.
My
picks
man.
there. So those are kind of some wacky teams.
Yeah, that's tough teams to get right all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Vikings Rams.
Vikings.
Vikings, yeah.
Vikings.
I feel like this week is gonna have a lot of bad games. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
just
mean-
looking down the list, and there's not a lot of good stuff here.
Weren't we saying Cooper Cup might be coming back?
I
We might be getting traded.
Well, yeah,
It-
but I mean,
he might
equal
come
parts,
back,
he
though.
might be coming back. He might be getting
right,
traded.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
All
hard to judge it based on that.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
still
even if
pick
he's
Vikings
back,
even
do we
with Cup.
think? Yeah,
No.
I mean, yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
Packers Jaguars.
Packers. It's
Packers.
very close to lock.
This, is
Packers.
a
Yeah.
trap game. I'm telling you right now.
It
Oh,
absolutely
no.
is a trap
Okay,
game.
okay.
Yeah.
But I actually believe in our defense enough that I'm not actually that worried.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Didn't
Cardinals.
Sorry,
I
yeah.
swear you're booting up a Mac from the
No, dude,
early
you know,
2000s.
what? I can tell you, I can guarantee, I know exactly what that is. That is a fucking. There he goes again. That's a politician begging me for fucking money.
Oh, yeah,
Hey, if
right.
you want a little tip, a bit of wisdom from old man Rob, friends, never get involved in electoralism. It's
Yep.
a big fucking scam.
It's a trap.
Sorry, go on.
Our AC went with the Vikings as well, by the way. Also the Pack, just to get
Yep.
that in there.
Classic, yeah, yeah,
Sadly, politicians are some of the poorest people we know.
yeah. I mean, they're always scrounging for fucking change.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They can't get it from anywhere but our pockets.
Cardinals Dolphins.
Tua
Cards.
is not back, right?
He might be back.
I might be back.
He might be
yeah.
back this week. I thought that was a next week thing.
I thought it said week 8.
Let me look it up.
Fuck. If he's back,
Tua.
it's such a Dolphins pick, man.
I mean, I don't know though. Is it? His
Yes.
brain is scrambled eggs. You know what I mean? Like,
That is also potentially. I mean, he's been out for like a month, though. Surely it's like.
He's
yeah.
been out since the 12th.
God, I don't know.
He's on
man.
track to return for the Dolphins.
Yeah, it looks like he
Oh.
probably will be back this week.
Week 8
Yeah.
marks the earliest.
I
He
wanna-
will play
return.
football this Sunday against the Arizona Cardinals, according to Slate.com.
Well, then I'm gonna
Okay.
pick the Dolphins if that's the
Okay.
case.
I think I'm
mean,
going to take the
yeah.
Dolphins too, yeah.
I
Yeah,
am
Tua's
too,
back.
but I don't know, man. I hope he's okay.
I'll go with I'll go with the AC this week. I'll take the Cards still.
Okay.
I said I was never picking them again, and so I have
That's
to
They
true.
continue
fucking
that.
won last week.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
pisses me off, man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Jets, Patriots.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. You gonna lock it?
I'm thinking about it. I'll,
Yeah, I thought you
I'll see
might.
what the rest of
taking the
the
Jets.
thing.
Yeah, I'm going Jets.
Yeah, you guys are out of your mind.
I am locking the New York Jets.
Oh my
You
goodness.
monster.
All right, I won't lock because I don't want to do a counter lock, but you
Yeah.
guys are out of your mind. The Patriots are going to shit stomp the Jets. It's not even going to be a contest. It's
You
probably
got
going to
the-
be like 30 or 40 to maybe 3.
Dude, this is bold.
I think this
That's
guy's
what
insane.
that's my guess.
You
I
got
think
the
this
one
guy's
before.
watching
We'll
too
see.
much Jets football.
We'll see.
Ravens, Browns.
Ravens.
Come
Anyone?
on.
Anyone?
Yeah,
Ravens.
Ravens. Yeah.
I will be
I mean,
locking.
I'll-
I'm
Yeah,
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
was
locking
thinking
the
about it.
Ravens.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys can have it. I'll stop using it
Yeah.
if you guys want it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will lock
I mean,
the
someone's
Ravens.
gonna get it every week, right?
Yeah.
Eagles, Bengals.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
This is one of our AC's top predicted teams. He has gone with the Bengals.
okay.
I
Sorry, they've
I'll
gone
go,
with
you know
the
what?
Bengals.
I'll go with his instinct. I'll go with the Bengals. Their instinct. Sorry, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I caught myself there. I think I'm going
Yeah.
Bengals too. You know,
this is hard, man. It depends
Yeah.
on how AJ Brown's back. I'm gonna go Eagles because AJ Brown makes the difference.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I-
and Saquon just ran for 176 last week.
Yeah.
man. Actually, you know what? Yeah, it's probably Eagles, isn't it? Fuck.
I mean, I don't know, but the Bengals are also
did
kind of
say,
coming
Bear,
back.
and I quote, "The Bengals suck." So
I did say that they're bad. Ah,
But
God
the
damn.
Eagles aren't good either.
I think I'm going to take the Eagles.
Yeah, I think I'm changing actually here. I'm going to go with the Eagles.
I'll stick with the Bengals. I
All
don't
right.
know. They're
Yeah.
both. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I'm only taking the Eagles because I think they're going to run the ball against the Bengals really well.
Bengals defense bad.
How well? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna look how bad their
Pin it,
thing
move on.
is.
Colts,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Texans.
yeah.
Yeah,
Texans.
Yeah, that's a very near lock too. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Although the next one's looking a lot more lockable, actually.
yeah. There's
I'm
a lot of
taking
bad games
Texans.
this week.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
go Texans. Yeah, that's the Texans sweep.
Titans, Lions.
Locking the Lions.
Yeah,
Lions.
Lions.
Yeah.
Give me those Lions, baby.
Definitely the Lions. Yeah.
I think this is the second week I've locked against. No, I think Krendor locked against the Titans last week. Does that sound right? I think someone locked against the Titans.
Okay, I changed my mind. I'm going Eagles.
see.
He's going Eagles. All right.
The Bengals have a really bad run defense.
Bear, you locked against the Titans last week.
Yeah.
I did. All right. Well, I'll go
So-
ahead and. Well,
and
you know what? I want to mix it up then.
And
Let's
Randy
else out
locked the Titans.
Oh, that's what it was. That's right. Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to swap
so
my lock to the Lions.
Go ahead. Yeah. I'll
so
take the
your
Ravens
lock,
in that case.
Krendor?
Okay.
I feel like locking the Lions just because the Browns might have that like random new quarterback, Jameis Winston, like goes
Nick Chubb's
crazy or
back.
something.
Yeah.
Chubb's back. Yeah, that's
Chubb's
true.
back. Yeah, so I'm gonna
Okay,
go Lions.
I'm gonna lock the Ravens.
No,
No,
Bear.
I
already-
got it. I
Bear
got
already-
it
You took that
already.
one?
I
Oh,
did.
shit, I
As
didn't
soon
even
as
see
it was
that.
open, I left
you
on in there.
swapped. All right.
Yep, swapped it, traded.
Mhm.
Rob, were you taking Eagles or Bengals?
He took Eagles.
I took
Oh, okay.
Eagles. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
All right. Actually, you know what? I might go Bengals just to be different now.
We're just gonna make this so hard for Bengals.
I'm gonna do it. I think the
Dude,
Eagles
fill it in
win.
in pencil this week.
I think the Eagles win.
I'm
but
sorry. I apologize.
Very angry Bulbasaur.
I
or
need,
Pikachu.
listen, I need picks to get me back up the rankings, and this is one of them. Even though
You got to
it'll
make some
probably
bold
drop
choices.
me.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Falcons, Bucks.
Falcons.
It's
Bucks
the
are
Falcons.
in
The Bucks
shambles.
have died. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Bucks.
All right.
I believe in Baker Mayfield.
That's
and I
fair.
think-
Honestly,
I
that's
believe
fair.
the Falcons are fraudulent.
I mean, the
agree.
Falcons just beat the Bucks with all of their good wide receivers, and now they don't have all their good wide receivers.
That's why they'll lose.
That's why they'll lost.
That's why they'll lost.
I'm gonna go Falcons.
AC also went Falcons.
Saints, Chargers.
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 Was Derek Carr coming back?
I don't think so.
No.
Then Chargers it is.
Yeah,
God, I
Chargers.
just have no faith in the fucking Chargers at all.
Did you
dude.
see that Saints team on Thursday?
pretty bad.
No.
That
Yeah,
was
all right.
not a football team.
I better not pick the fucking Saints again. Yeah, let's go Chargers.
Yeah.
I'm stopping you from your Giants
you.
pick this
Thank
week.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one left in front of me last time when I was trying
Yeah.
to jump in the tracks.
Bills, Seahawks.
I mean, it's just got to be the Bills.
It's Bills.
Gotta be
Yeah.
the Bills. Yeah, this is a pretty bold
does.
They're
Seahawks choice
just-
from our AC this week.
I like-
Oh, that man, you're inspiring me. I
know,
get
right?
it.
Yeah, it's
The
tempting.
Bills have Amari Cooper now. He
Bills do
already
have Amari
scored a
Cooper.
touchdown and got like 60 yards last week. He's only going to
Yeah.
get better with Josh Allen.
I gotta
This
say
Bills
Bills
team is
here.
good.
The Seahawks have Geno Season, DK Metcalf, and Tyler Lockett.
They do not have DK. Well, they might
He's,
not
he's
have DK
probably going to
Metcalf.
play, but I would assume he's probably not 100%.
Yeah.
He-
Well, yeah. All right,
I gotta
I'll
go
take the
dude.
Bills, but I feel bullied. I feel bullied into it.
That's
Well,
fair.
that means
wanna
that they'll
make that
lose.
wear.
So
Yeah, probably.
Take the Seahawks.
Nah.
Hey.
make it
I
harder on
refuse.
Pixelhaven if you want.
Yeah.
Bears, Commanders.
Commanders. This
Yeah,
is.
Is
yeah,
Jaden
Oh
Daniels
no, no
playing?
Jaden Daniels. Oh well, his mom said it was okay.
Mom said
His mom said he's okay.
I'm
Hold
going
on.
with the mom, Jaden Daniels.
Yes,
taking
sir.
the Commanders.
This is one
Week to
versus
week.
two. We got Caleb versus Jaden here.
Yep. I'm.
But yeah, I'll take the Commanders.
I
Hopeful
want.
injury timetable, but not sure.
I'm gonna do my
Hmm.
classic. I want the Bears to lose, so I'm gonna pick them here, so that at least if they win, I'll have something.
I like it.
Yep.
Bulgari with the Commanders as well.
You know what? I'll take the Commanders, but
If
he
Jaden
doesn't
Daniels
play,
doesn't play, I would take the Bears for sure.
yeah, me too. That's the thing is, I
Which
would,
is
I would
annoying,
100%
'cause
do it. Yeah,
This is why it's like the networks have an advantage over us. They pick
They
their
do.
games
That's
like
true.
literally an hour before the
Moments
games
before, yeah.
happen, and so they know
Yeah.
if they're playing or not.
yeah, it's difficult.
we have the hardest lives, guys. I
We
don't know
do.
why.
really
I
do.
mean, we have a tough time.
I mean, we did have to
comparing
record this fucking twice. So.
That's true, we
it.
did.
Yeah,
Chiefs, Raiders.
Chiefs.
Yeah,
Chiefs.
this
Nice.
fucking. Actually, you know what?
Incredibly
Lock the
bold
Chiefs.
Raiders pick from the
Yeah,
our
that's a good
assistant coach
lock.
this week, dude.
Yeah, I'm locking the
That
Chiefs. I mean,
the
they
Raiders
did-
pick is a deep desire that we all have. We
Right.
all want the Raiders
Yeah.
to win this game.
It
but
would be pretty great.
I
but,
respect it, but
Mm.
yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Bron-
Did you went with the Chiefs lock, Rob?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Chiefs.
All right, I'll
lock.
take Chiefs too.
Broncos, Panthers.
Broncos.
Broncos.
This
Broncos.
is honestly
Very-
kind of lockable.
This is a week full of locks, dude.
Uh,
Sheesh. Which
I
means
don't know
one
if
of
I
these is
trust
going
the
to be a fucking
Broncos
trap.
Yeah.
that much.
It's gonna be one of those weeks where all the picks are so easy and then we all lose.
We all go
Yep.
like 4-13.
Yep.
Yeah, Broncos. Cowboys, 49ers. This is actually a hard one.
This
Yeah,
is
it's-
probably the
yeah.
hardest one this week because the Cowboys are coming off a bye week after getting fucking ass ripped by the Lions.
Yeah, I still got to go Niners, though, especially at home.
They don't have any players.
They're still the Niners, though.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. This is a historical rivalry too. What's
It
the
is.
record?
I think it's
I-
pretty close, isn't it?
40. Yeah, I think so
I'm
too.
gonna take the Cowboys mainly because I think the Niners are heavily injured, and I think there's I wouldn't forgive myself if I picked 0 upsets this week.
That's fair, too. Yeah, dude, that's kind of crazy. The overall series between those two is at 20-19-1.
I
Wow,
think
is
I'm
that-
gonna,
The Niners have won one more game than the Cowboys.
I think I'm gonna take Cowboys too.
I like that. That's a fun split.
I'll take the Niners.
That's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Niners for our AC as well.
I think Brock Purdy will bounce back.
Steelers, Giants.
This is a
Steelers.
Steelers lock from the AC, which
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
That does make sense.
It's gonna be Steelers. I mean,
Yeah, it's the Steelers.
I don't want to throw my picks, but I hate games like this. I really do.
Well, even you can't pick the Giants, here, right?
No,
I gotta say,
but
the-
that's the exact attitude that. The reason I'll never do this again is because, like 15 plus years ago, however long it was ago, when the divisional champion Pittsburgh Steelers, or no, it was the wild card Pittsburgh Steelers, who were a very good team at the time, went into Denver to play Tim Tebow and the Broncos.
Oh,
And I went,
remember
there's
that
no
game, dude."
way. I wrote it off. I was like, it's guaranteed win. Like, it's just
Yeah.
guaranteed. And now, ever since that moment, I now know what the Steelers are. And
Yeah.
they absolutely love to lose these kinds of games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. That was it. If you guys have never seen that game, which because it happened before our podcast began,
So
I
therefore,
would
it
even
didn't
I would
exist.
I would recommend looking up the highlights because man, what a
It's a
game that
doozy.
was.
It was
Yep.
when the Steelers had one of the best defenses in the league, too, and they lost to Tim Tebow.
The reason it's so incredible is because that man could literally not throw a football. Like
Yeah.
he just
Dude,
but
that's one of those games where, like, I remember where I was
Yeah.
watching that
Yeah.
game. So, like, what
I
the
watched
fuck
it.
is
Remember
happening?
that he completed that like 60-yard bomb.
Oh, yeah.
too?
Yeah, it was nuts.
Oh man.
And then
Man.
did nothing else for the rest of his career.
That was
Oh, he went to the Jets because Woody Johnson
Oh,
couldn't
right,
keep his
yeah.
hands out of the cookie jar again.
I remember
you
that.
know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He didn't do much with them, did he?
Oh no,
Randy.
Randy.
I didn't even pick it.
Randy.
I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
pick the Giants, and then I was like, "No, I'm taking the Steelers."
Yeah, you.
Can you
You
explain
listen to it.
why
Come
you
on
were going
now.
to take the Giants?
There's a brief moment where I was like, "Steelers could lose this," and I was like, "They won't."
Yeah.
Checks
Uh,
out.
Yeah. Randy,
These
here
are
goes.
shitty primetime games, by the way. Can I
They
point
sure
that out?
are.
Oh, yeah.
Primetime
4
games.
straight New York primetime
Yep.
games, bro.
Yep.
That's good. Good stuff. So glad they're keeping.
You know, my
us there.
favorite part of watching football every week is, yeah, here we go.
Oh, fuck. That's going to be back, huh?
Oh, yeah. Sunday night, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
I will say one of my favorite things was hearing that when they were down like 40 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It was really good.
He does it with the same level of enthusiasm.
Yeah, here we go. All right. Hey, in a
Randy.
couple of weeks, we actually do start Packer prime time, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
These are all the Steelers
Like-
have one more primetime after this. They had like 3 in a row and then one
Yeah.
Thursday night game against the Browns, I think, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh no, they play. Oh no, that's not. They play the Chiefs on Quimis on Netflix.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
On Netflix? I didn't even know that was happening. They're fucking doing it
Yeah,
on Netflix this year?
Christmas Netflix.
Fuck the NFL, man. Fuck the NFL. Seriously.
That shit's silly.
Fucking pay-per-view now. They don't have enough money. They make the more money than any other fucking sports league, and they're making money hand over fist. They were one of the only businesses that made even more money during COVID, and they need more. They need fucking more.
Well, they got to afford
was-
the NFL replay room or whatever.
I don't know who it was, but there was a tweet that went around from a player who had like screenshotted one of the games he was watching, and he was watching it on methstreams.com. So like if even the players are resorting to the illegal broadcast, I think you have a pretty clear writing on the wall there.
And you know what? I think Sir Francis Drake would be pirating.
I think so too.
I do as well.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
So pirating, on the high seas, of course.
Yeah.
You would never go to the website.
No, never.
Not a man to idolize, just to be clear.
Yeah,
very evil man.
But we are going to continue to shower you with Francis Drake fact.
Yeah. Randy takes the Rams.
Randy.
Okay.
Randy takes the Packers. Randy takes the Cardinals. The Jets. The Browns.
Randy.
The Eagles.
Okay.
Texans. Titans.
Titans.
Buccaneers.
Okay.
Saints.
Randy. No, don't say
Seahawks.
Randy.
Commanders.
Okay.
Chiefs.
Okay.
Panthers.
Randy.
Cowboys.
Randy.
Don't do it, Randy.
Randy.
He took the Giants.
Randy.
He's doing such a good job picking the losers this year. It's
He's
incredible.
on it, man.
What's he locking?
Randy has locked. Did he take the Colts or the Texans? I don't even remember.
Oh God! What did he pick there? I didn't even.
I wasn't expecting a pop quiz.
He locked whoever he picked for Colts Texans.
We don't remember.
I am so sorry, Pixelhaven.
We're 3 hours into our recording session, dude. I think we're giving a little leeway here.
Yeah, he locked that game. So whichever.
Good job, I think, or terrible job.
Or maybe
Randy.
it was what are you doing, Randy?
At least he didn't lock the Panthers or the Giants. So I mean, that's something.
True. Yeah.
His pickup season has just been a fucking anomaly. It's amazing.
I'm
excited for it.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We're done.
Go. In the recording before you crash.
Patrons, we're done. Please work recording. Thank you. Bye-bye. Patreon.